Today I have a notebook for Dionne. Dionne and her mom Helen used to babysit me, and we used to read Frog and Toad a lot. So when I made this notebook, I knew that I wanted to have frogs in it for sure, but I found out that you can buy Frog and Toad stickers on Temu, and they were like $1, and I was like, I'm doing it. The covers for this book were made from envelopes that belonged to Dionne's mom, and when her mom passed away, Dionne gave me a bunch of her mom's crafty stuff, and that meant a lot to me because that's what Helen and I did. Other than read Frog and Toad, we did a lot of crafts. Honestly, I think that's why I am the way I am today in terms of making things, because of Helen. I have cerebral palsy, and that causes my fine motor skills to not be very good, but they were much, much worse when I was a child, and actually I had to do a lot of therapy, they call that occupational therapy, learning how to cut, learning how to hold a pen, and I did that for years with Helen, and we would cut out circles and triangles and squares, and it was so boring. But then Helen was like, look, you can cut up a magazine, and that rocked my world. I felt like this notebook took the longest to finish because when I started it, I wanted to do squares. And if you've seen some of my early videos, the squares did not work out at all. This book and some of the other books I worked on had this random origami paper in it, and that's why there's a scary koi fish. It was also a challenge because Dionne was one of the many people that picked blue and green, and I was actually running out of that stuff, so I'm glad to be done.